Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Charles. I want to welcome you guys to the conversation. So, things are heating up in the All-Star voting, and it's about to be an interesting second return and third return votes from the balloting for the All-Star game. So let's get right into it. So in this video, today I'm going to be asking guys a really important question. And the question is, who should Giannis Antetokounmpo pick to start his All-Star team, assuming he's the lead votes getter coming out of the Eastern Conference? That's what I want to get into in this video today. So, all of you remember the new format that the NBA introduced, I believe it was for the first time last season, where they wanted to change up the All-Star game and make it more interesting. So they introduced this new system of voting, whereas the two leading vote receivers in each conference, once they finish doing the voting, each player from each conference can now begin to pick players that are already eligible, that have already been voted into the All-Star game from either conference to start their team. And then that's how you get, last season we got Team LeBron and we got Team Giannis. And it was so interesting. It was so interesting to see who was going to be the first pick by these players, and most importantly, who was going to be the last pick. Now, the last pick is something that most people didn't want to, reveal, because obviously, why would you want to show an NBA player that got picked last? I don't see what it does for his career or for his, let's say, his public persona for him to be showed that he got picked last. So obviously, there was a good thing that they sort of hid that, but everyone wanted to know who was the first pick. And I think last season, LeBron got the first pick, and it turned out his first pick was Kevin Durant. He even had Kyrie Irving on his team. I think he had Kawhi Leonard on his team. So it was really fun. It was a really nice introduction and just a way to shake up things to make it more interesting for the All-Star game, which I think added another element of excitement to the game and to the weekend. So this season, I believe that they're going with the same format. I believe that's what the format is. And now the All-Star voting, the first ballots have been returned. So the two leading vote getters, interestingly enough, is Giannis Antetokounmpo in the Eastern Conference, and in the Western Conference is Luka Doncic. Luka Doncic is beating out LeBron by 43,000 votes, so he's actually the one leading the entire conference for vote getters. Now, I'm not going to focus too much on the Western Conference. I'm going to focus on the Eastern Conference because I'm asking this video about Giannis, because I think he's going to be the runaway vote getter in the East, and right now he has 1.7 million votes, 1,073,000 votes, and the next person closest to him is Joel Embiid with 606,000 votes. So I think he's going to run away with the votes in the East. The West is going to be something else, so I just said let me just focus on the Eastern Conference. So Giannis Antetokounmpo most likely will be the leading vote getter coming out of the Eastern Conference, and the question is, who should he pick first? And really the question is, if you were Giannis, who would you pick first? So before I go too far in this video, let me just mention that in many people's eyes, the best player in the league is injured. A lot of people that watch our channel believe that Kevin Durant is the best player in the world, and we recently did a video, is Kawhi Leonard the best mid-range player since Kobe? And a lot of people in the comment section have been saying, hold up, wait a minute, what about KD? Now, let me just answer you guys real quick. I think Kevin Durant is right up there, and you know what, an argument could be made that we can actually say Kevin Durant, but in my opinion, I just gave what I think, who I think the closest person to Kobe when it comes to the mid-range, has been. Now, that's just my opinion, and you guys have great arguments that can sway me another way, and I'm not saying you guys are wrong, but that's just what I thought. So let me just say that I do acknowledge that Kevin Durant is a top 3 basketball player in the world. He's right up there with Giannis, Kawhi, LeBron, whoever it is you have in your top 3. So let me just say that if Kevin Durant were healthy, I think he would have been the first pick on most people's team. So let me just get that out of the way to pay some respect to KD. Now back to this topic. So the question is, who should Giannis Antetokounmpo pick? Now, last season, there was a lot of politics that went into this, because at that time, the Lakers were still trying to trade for Anthony Davis. So there was this thing of, if LeBron picks AD, is that a recruiting tool? You're picking him and you wanted him on his team, and they even asked him about that. Is that soft tampering? And all these different things. But in the end, he ended up getting the player that he wanted. Just not at the time that he wanted him, which was by the trade deadline last season. Now, in this particular case, though, There's no longer that dynamic. And now the question is, a lot of people have been asking, if Giannis Antetokounmpo is not able to get the success, at least get over the hump, at least make it to the finals coming out of the East, should he move to another team, or should they start thinking about bringing another player to his team to get some help? And some people, if you're in Giannis' shoes, may even try to look at it, well, let me pick somebody that I'd like to come play with me that maybe is not under contract. So obviously we can't do KD, we can't do Kawhi, because these guys just signed fresh deals. So let's just stick to a straight up basketball decision without any politics involved. Who should he pick? If it was me, rather, who I think Giannis should pick first, I think he should pick the person that beat him in the Eastern Conference Finals last season, and he should pick Kawhi. Now, some of you guys may say, why the hell would he pick somebody that pretty much plays the same position as him? Well, if you have him on his team, guess what? You don't have to go. If you have him on your team, you don't have to go up against him. That's just my opinion. Now, a lot of people picked KD first last season, and I wouldn't have been surprised if Kevin Durant was healthy if Giannis would pick him first. But in my opinion, I think he should either pick Kawhi first or LeBron. Why? Because LeBron James is a facilitator, and he can facilitate an offense. He can't take over an offense, but he can definitely facilitate the game. So that could be a good choice. So in my opinion, I think Giannis should either go with Kawhi, or because if he really wants to win, or he can go with LeBron. These are my two picks. Granted, if KD was healthy, I think he would probably go with KD. But the question is, and I'm going to pose this question to you guys, if you were Giannis Antetokounmpo, who would you pick? Now, let me just tell you guys who you can possibly pick from in case you guys may not be aware of the All-Star voting. You got Pascal Siakam. You got Joel Embiid. You got Kyrie Irving, but Kyrie Irving is injured. You got Trae Young. You got Kemba Walker. Let's look at that's in the Eastern Conference. In the Western Conference, you can choose from LeBron James. You can choose from Anthony Davis. You can choose from Kawhi. You can choose from Paul George. You can choose from Luka Doncic, assuming that maybe LeBron catches him and passes him for votes. But theoretically, you could still pick him. You have James Harden, you have Damian Lillard, and you have Russell Westbrook. And I think Stephen Curry is injured. So these are the pool of players that you guys can pick from. So what I want to know from you guys is, we're going to make this interesting. What I want to know from you guys is, assuming that you were Giannis Antetokounmpo, right? And you were also LeBron, and you were picking first as Giannis, I want you to make your starting fives and leave them in the comments section below. I'm really curious to see who you guys are going to pick, but especially if Giannis is the leading vote getter, I want to see who people would pick first. So please leave your comments and your picks in the comments section below. I really want to know who you guys go with this year, because I think it's going to be super, super, super interesting how all of this turns out as we get closer to the All-Star break, because I think it's going to be really exciting for the NBA. It's going to be a lot of fun, and I'm really interested to see how it plays out. So that's what I need from you guys in this video. Just make sure you leave your picks in the comment section below, so we know who you decided to go with this season for your All-Star, for your All-Star teams, as you're setting up your All-Star teams. Once again, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit the like button and hit the subscribe button to subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell to be notified when all of our newest and hottest content comes out. Once again, this is Charles here from DreamersPro, wishing you guys an amazing day and an amazing year. Peace!